You want 10,000 rupees. Why? To buy a mid-range smartphone? To pay for a weekend trip that'll look okay on Instagram? To finally stop eating instant noodles that taste like wet cardboard? Most people treat their first 10,000 rupees like a finish line, a reward for surviving a month of soul-crushing labor. You've been told it's seed money or emergency savings. It's not. In the current system, your first 10,000 rupees isn't a savings account. It's a permission slip to say no. And if you spend it, you're just handing your leash back to the person who owns your time. The big contrarian claims, if you spend your first 10,000 rupees on anything that doesn't increase your leverage, you haven't earned 10,000 rupees. You've just taken out a high interest loan on your own freedom. We are going to explain how the liquidity trap works for individuals and why the way you've been taught to save is getting weird. We are moving past the coffee index and looking at the actual plumbing of your bank account. By the end of this, you'll understand why the system is designed to keep your balance at exactly zero and how to break the loop. Think of your money like a battery. Most people use their battery to power a flashlight so they can see the path to their next shift. But the goal isn't to light the path. The goal is to store enough charge to jumpstart a completely different engine. If you keep draining the battery to 5% every Sunday night, the engine never turns over. You're just a guy with a flashlight in a dark forest. You save 10,000 rupees because accidents happen. The car breaks, the phone dies, the cat gets a mysterious cough. Banks love emergency funds. It's low velocity capital they can lend out while you feel virtuous for letting it sitting there, rotting against 6% inflation. Here's the trick. Modern life is designed to manufacture emergencies. That unexpected 8,000 rupees repair, it was scheduled the moment you bought a cheap product designed to fail in 18 months. Here's the consequence. You use the battery to stay at baseline. You aren't getting ahead, you're just paying for the privilege of not falling behind. Sounds like stability? It isn't. The lifestyle creep trap. You worked hard. You deserve a treat. A 2,000 rupee dinner won't kill you, right? The entire FOMO economy is built on the fact that 10,000 rupees is the exact amount of money that feels like a lot to have but very little to spend. Here's the trick. Digital payments have removed the pain of the transaction. Swiping a card doesn't feel like draining a battery. It feels like a magic trick. You trade 100 hours of life energy for 2 hours of dopamine. You've effectively devalued your own time to the price of a sourdough pizza. Productivity tax. You think you're saving money by doing everything yourself. You spend 4 hours taking the bus to save 200 rupees. The system rewards people who value their time at zero. If you don't value your time, someone else will gladly buy it for pennies. Here's the trick. Using your 10,000 rupees battery to buy back time, like a cab or a tool, is seen as indulgent. You stay exhausted. And exhausted people make bad financial decisions. You're too tired to learn a skill, so you stay in the job that keeps your battery at 5%. It's a closed loop. It's perfect. It's a disaster. The leverage gap. You think the problem is that you don't have 10 lakhs rupees. Now here's the problem. The problem is you don't know how to use 10,000 rupees as a weapon. You think of it as spending power. I want you to think of it as walk away power. Here's the trick. If you have 10,000 rupees in a fund, you can negotiate. You can tell a toxic freelance client to kick rocks. You can spend a week looking for a better gig instead of taking the first one that says yes. Without that first 10,000 rupees, you are a price taker. With it, you start becoming a price maker. Most people die as price takers. Let's look at Arjun. Arjun is a graphic designer. He has 0 rupees in savings. A client offers him a rush job, 20 hours of work for 5,000 rupees. It's a terrible rate, but Arjun's rent is due. He takes it. He's now too busy to pitch the 50,000 rupees contract he saw online. Now, imagine Arjun has his permission slip, the 10,000 rupees. He says no to the 5,000 rupees lowball. He spends those 20 hours building a portfolio piece that targets the 50,000 rupees client. Even if he doesn't get the big job immediately, he hasn't sold his soul for rent. He's kept his battery charged for the right engine. The 2 piles framework. To fix this, you need to divide your world into 2 piles. The sand, things those disappear, food, rent, Netflix. The bricks, things that stack, skills, tools, no money. Most people try to build a house of sand. They wonder why it collapses every monsoon. Your first 10,000 rupees must back 100% bricks.
Bro, come out tonight. It's only 2000.
Sorry, I'm currently busy buying a brick so I don't have to work for your dad in 5 years. You think the struggle is about making more money, but actually, the struggle is about liquidity, sovereignty. Your first 10,000 rupees is the most important money you will ever make because it's the hardest to keep. 3 practical takeaways. Define your no number. Calculate exactly how many days of freedom 10,000 rupees buys you. If your daily cost of living is 500 rupees, that's 20 days of being a free human being. Don't spend that on a pair of sneakers. The 48-hour friction rule. If you want to spend battery money on sand, you have to wait 48 hours. Usually, the dopamine dies before the transaction does. Buy back 1 hour. Use a small portion of that 10,000 to eliminate a low-value task that drains you. If paying for a laundry service gives you 3 hours to learn Python, do it. That's an investment, not an expense. Your first 10,000 rupees isn't a down payment on a car. It's a down payment on the version of you that doesn't have to take crap from anyone.